All right, welcome to the Explainer. Today, we're going to lay out the blueprint for building really clean, organized, and powerful web applications using Django. If you've ever wanted to figure out how to structure a project like a real pro, well, you are definitely in the right place. So, let me just start with a quick question. Have you ever looked at your project's code and just felt like it's becoming this single monolithic beast? I mean, you know that feeling, right? Where you make one tiny change over here and it completely breaks something way over there. And trying to find just one specific piece of logic, it feels like you're on an archaeological dig. Well, Django offers a much better way. It's designed to help us shift away from that tangled, monolithic mess and move towards a clean, modular design. And the best way to think about it is, well, it's the difference between a super messy storage unit where everything's just thrown in versus a perfectly designed building with distinct functional rooms. It's organized, it's reusable, and man, it is so much easier to scale. Okay, so let's just dive right in. Here's what we're going to cover in today's Explainer. We'll start with why Django loves modularity, then we'll lay the project foundation, create our first app, map out our URL routes, connect it all together, and finally, we'll look at some blueprints for success. All right, section 1, why Django loves modularity. Let's first get into the why behind all of this, the architect's blueprint for Django's whole philosophy. So at the very core of this whole philosophy is the concept of a Django app. And an app, it's not the entire project. Think of it more like a self-contained module that's built to handle one specific feature, like a blog or a user poll or maybe a shopping cart. It's like a prefabricated room you can just drop into any building. This whole approach is what makes your code so incredibly organized and, this is the real magic, reusable across totally different projects. Okay, on to section 2, laying your project foundation. Time to clear the ground. Every great structure starts with a solid foundation, and a Django project is absolutely no different. And it all starts with just 2 super simple commands. First, you've got to install the framework itself, right? Just pip install Django. Easy enough. Then you run Django admin start project and give your project a name. This command creates the main project directory. It's basically like securing the plot of land and putting up the main scaffolding for our entire build. Next up, section 3, creating your first app, or as I like to think of it, constructing the rooms. With our foundation set, it's time to actually start building out the individual rooms, the features of our application. And for this, we use a specific command called startapp. And what's so cool about this is that this one little command automatically builds the entire directory structure for our new app. It gives you all the files you're going to need for your models, your views, your tests, everything right from the get-go. Okay, so you run the command to create the app, but that's just step 1. And this is super important. The crucial second step is you have to register it in your project's settings file. If you forget this step, Django literally doesn't even know your new app exists. It's like building a new room but forgetting to add it to the building's official floor plan. Nobody's going to find it. All right, section 4, mapping your URL routes. This is all about creating the hallways and doors. I mean, our rooms exist now, which is great, but they're completely isolated. They're pretty useless without hallways and doors to actually get to them. And in the web world, that's exactly what URL routing is for. So, what's a URL pattern? It's really just a rule. It's a rule you put in a special file that maps a specific web address, a URL, to a specific Python function. And that function, which Django calls a view, is what handles the user's request. Simple as that. Okay, let's look at some code. Inside our app, we create a new file called urls.py. And in there, we define our URL patterns. You can see right here, we have a path. We're telling Django that when someone visits the /about/URL, it should call a function named about from our views.py file. And here's the other side of that connection, that views.about we just mentioned in the URL file. Well, this is it. It points directly to this Python function right here, inside our views.py file. This is the function that actually runs when someone goes to /about/. It takes in the request and, in this case, just returns a simple HTTP response saying, this is the about page. See how that works? One connects to the other. Moving on to section 5, connecting it all together. Let's open the front door. So we've built a room, we gave it a door, but right now its hallway doesn't connect to anything. We've got to connect it to the building's main entrance so people can actually get there. So how do we do that? We have to go back to the main project's urls.py file. See this include function? This is the key. By adding this line, we're basically telling our main project, hey,
For any URL that comes in, go and check the urls.py file inside of my app. This is what connects our app's little fallway system to the main lobby of the building.
And now for the really satisfying part, testing our work. We just fire up the development server with Python manage.py run server. Then you pop open your browser, head to the home page, and then try the about page, and boom, you should see the different pages we just created. This is that moment where you see it all working, confirming that our whole structure, our architecture, is set up perfectly. And finally, section 6, blueprints for success. Because look, building something that works is one thing, but building it to last, that requires following some of an architect's best practices. So let's wrap this up with a few key principles. First, and this is the big one, keep your apps focused. One feature per app. That is the absolute heart of modular design. Second, use namespaces. Trust me on this. As your project gets bigger, you might have 2 different apps that both have a page called details. Namespaces prevent those names from colliding. It's a lifesaver. And finally, 2 habits you've got to build. Write tests to make sure your stuff is reliable, and document your code. You'll thank yourself 6 months from now, I promise. So there you have it. That's the architect's guide to building modular, clean, and scalable web apps with Django. You have the blueprint. So the only question left is, what are you going to build?